How you doing, guys? Malik over at Modern Pawn. I get the complaint a lot working in the gun business that people don't like Glocks. Now, when someone tells me I don't like Glocks, the first thing that comes to my mind is you don't know how to pull a trigger. Okay? When someone tells me I can't shoot a Glock very well, or Glocks don't shoot very well, or my Glock is inaccurate, or all the Glocks I've ever shot are inaccurate, basically my mind filters that to one thing: you don't know how to pull a trigger. Glocks are the most reliable pistol that I have ever come across. We sell in the shop, we sell about 5,000 guns a year. We've been selling guns since 1990. I've seen a lot of guns come through this place. There's a very large number of guns that I've seen come in and out. We do full service, so if you have a problem with your gun, we help you fix it. I've never, in the thousands of Glocks that I've sold, never had to send one back for repair, with the exception of one pistol. And what ended up happening was Billy Bob thought that he was going to tune his own ejector, put a pair of pliers to it, and broke it off by bending on it. That one we had to replace a $3 ejector on. It was not a big deal. The other one that we had a guy come in and swear up and down that his Glock wasn't running. We sold him a Glock 23, which he thought was a 9mm. He obviously did not read the side of his gun that said 40 caliber. He took it to the range. He put about 50 rounds through it. He said it was shooting all over the place. It was malfunctioning all the time. It wouldn't shoot about half the time. Now, mind you, he put about 50 rounds of ammunition, 9mm ammunition, through a 40 caliber Glock. It was still hitting the target. Now, I highly recommend that you do not try that at home, but he did. And when we asked him what kind of ammunition he was shooting, he brought in the box, and we were like, hey, dude, this is the wrong ammunition. So most guys can aim pretty well. They can get the front sight on the target with the rear sight lined up properly. So front and rear sight lined up. Both sights are on the target. What ends up happening is they don't know how to pull the trigger. So they're good aimers, but not good shooters. The actual physical act of pulling the trigger is where everything falls apart, and it falls apart in a very, very short window. Okay. When guys tell me they can't shoot their Glock well, it's the Indian, not the arrow. That arrow is not broken. Now, if you say, man, I shoot Glocks awesome. I have 15 Glocks, they all shoot great, but I have this one, it doesn't shoot real well. Well, that gun might have a problem. But generally speaking, if you can't shoot any Glock well, you have a problem. It's not the gun, okay? What all this boils down to, if you want to get good at shooting, you got to train, okay? There's lots of training devices out there. We've found, I think, one of the best training devices on the market right now. It's the SIRT, or the SIRT pistol from Next Level Training. It is an inert training pistol. It uses a combination of red and green lasers, or 2 red lasers, to train. What this is a non-functioning, it is a no bullet, no barrel, no slide, no chance of accidents or hurting somebody. It is a laser training aid. What this pistol does is very, very cool. It has 2 lasers in it. It has a green laser and a red laser on the Pro model. This right here is the top of the line model. It's got a metal slide. It has all the fit, feel, and ergonomics of a Glock. It has the same mag release. They use inert weighted magazines. These give you the feel of a fully loaded 9mm Glock 17 magazine. It has 2 lasers on it. First, there is a red laser that is a prep laser. When you get the trigger pulled to the point where you have the energy stored in the spring, in the striker, let's call it that. When you have that energy stored, that's when the red laser comes on. It then has, from that point, the actual break. I don't know if you can hear that on the mic, but it breaks to a green laser. It allows you to while you're pointing at the target, see that you're steady. Now, the red laser is purposely co-witness in a lower position so that when you prep the trigger, it's not where you're aiming at. It's a training aid to show that you have the trigger slack taken up. Okay, and then when you pull the trigger, the green laser goes off. That's the way I look at this is a buy once, cry once item. When I buy a brand new Glock 17, for example, the gun costs $600 for a Gen 4 at most of your gun shops. It's buy once, cry once. Well, oh wait, you got to put ammunition in it. At the price of ammo right now, you know, I don't shoot the junkiest of the junk ammo, so decent ammunition is going to probably run you somewhere in the neighborhood of $400 a case, maybe $350 a case. And if you're like me, a case of ammo doesn't last a real long time. So the price of the pistol normally is completely outshadowed by the price of the ammunition. I will spend several times more on my ammunition than the initial price of the gun. The gun really is almost a non-event, the price of the gun. It's the ammunition that gets expensive. Practice rounds. And if you talk to any of the top level shooters, they're going to tell you, how do you get good at shooting pistols? Dry fire. Dry fire, dry fire, dry fire, dry fire. What this gives you, instead of just, you know, click, 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 I can now click, 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 click. I have positive feedback. I see where my shots are going. I can see if my shots were steady, that my follow through on my trigger didn't bounce all over the place. A little bit of training goes a long way, guys. You know, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And with this stuff, man, an ounce of training is worth a whole lot of money and ammo. But really what it does, first and foremost, is it trains your fine motor skills of pulling the trigger, which guys that don't like Glocks don't have good fine motor skills, or they don't know how yet to pull the trigger on a Glock. Look up guys like Dave Savigny and watch how fast they can shoot up out of the box stock Glock over again. They got good sitting in their living room watching TV, using their dry fire practice to point and aim and shoot thousands and thousands and thousands of times. That's how you're going to get good, guys. The other thing this does is it lets you do almost all your pistol manipulations in an extremely safe way. I mean, this is a laser gun. It shoots laser beams. It doesn't shoot bullets. It can't ever shoot bullets. It's never going to hurt anybody unless you dropped it on their head. Okay? This is going to do a lot for your shooting, guys. And if you conceal carry, if you have a gun by your bedside, in your nightstand, under your pillow, wherever you keep it, it really is your responsibility to train with that pistol.